Hey, Red Jet Entertainment. What's up? Akasan here.
Dionysus.
Honest trailers. Aquaman. Mahalo. Let's see what's up with Aquaman. I like the movie. You like it? How many times? You saw it
twice. Yeah.
Me too. Saw it twice. Can't wait. Make sure sooner or later, if an Honest Trailers is out, that means that Aquaman on Blu-ray should be out fairly soon, which means that we'll probably do another live reaction and commentary, full movie on Patreon. It's a new thing we're doing. Movie night. Shout outs to everybody that's been signing up for that. We did Spider-Verse last week with Terry and such. So we will be, I just read that there's going to be an alternative cut to Spider-Verse that's 2 hours long on the Blu-ray.
Well, what's the first one? How long was the first one? Like,
So no, what I'm saying, it's like an alternative, a completely alternative movie.
it's not the same movie. I thought it was an alternative ending. No, it's another movie. Fuck, man.
Based on their early sketches and what direction they would have gone, like that. So I don't know how full-fledged it is, but basically it's like they have ideally a whole movie that goes a different direction. So some of the characters look different.
Oh, wow.
So just think about a multiverse.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucking cool.
Man, nobody done that really. Like make two movies about the same thing, but
release the Snyder cut. Like that. All right, let's see what Aquaman's all about here. Should be funny though. Take the plunge.
They've depressed you, they've inspired you, and they've Leto'd you. Now, Warner Brothers and DC are back to just completely overwhelm you.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But fuck it,
What
though.
is happening? Aquaman. Remember Aquaman, the nerd that talks to fish?
My ability to talk with fish is of no help, Wonder Woman.
Oh shit.
Watch as the pure charisma of Jason Momoa supercharges the character, transforming him into a sexy undersea Superman.
Yeah.
Who's super fast, super strong, a lot of the time, and mostly invulnerable.
Wow.
Okay, so
It's a
it's
legend still.
consistent. But so what? Everyone knows that this Aquaman's real power is the smolder.
There is a lot of that going on. Holy shit, is that Pitbull?
Permission to come aboard.
Permission granted, sailor. I mean,
Sailor.
I'm here. Whew. Strap in as Arthur Curry embarks on a reluctant quest to become King Arthur. You know, like the cool version.
I give you King Arthur.
And he's not alone. Here to help are Princess Mira and his mother, Queen Atlanta. Two powerful women struggling to overcome terrible wigs. Together, they'll hunt for a mythical one true king by giving him this comic book accurate costume.
Yeah.
Holy crap. He actually makes that dumb orange and green suit look cool.
Yeah.
Hail to the king, baby. Did you think there was
very
a
true.
lot going on in Avengers Infinity War? Well, hold this man's beer, because Thanos may have brought you chaos in the cosmos, but Aquaman is a whirlwind of so many locations. The movie added titles to keep track.
True.
From Amnesty Bay to the Boston Aquarium, over the Sahara, en route to Italy, to somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean.
That's the best part. Seven seas,
From
bitches.
Atlantis to the Hidden Sea, whatever the Kingdom of the Brine is.
Yeah.
A bunch of other underwater places.
I like that. That was cool.
With battles featuring knights on seahorses fighting mermaids and crabmen, in between scenes of overly complicated Game of Thrones politics.
King Arius by inviting Zebul to be the first kingdom to join King Orm's alliance.
I think you had a choice, Volko. By law, you need 4 of the 7 kingdoms to send an attack. Once you've obtained the pledge of the...
While still celebrating
He cut him off.
story, a blood feud with high-tech pirates.
Oh,
and that before
fuck.
taking a quick lap in the dinosaur-filled core of the earth, summoning a kaiju and bringing peace to the world. Wait, what happened? I think I blacked out. To jump the shark all of the sharks, and then shoot at those sharks with water-powered plasma cannons. In a movie so packed to the gills, it couldn't just tell one Aquaman story. It had to tell all of them at once, forcing director James Wan to start pumping out Aqua adjacent spin-offs to buy some time to figure out how in the heck he's going to top this bonkers thing. And if I might make a suggestion, maybe a prequel about how this octopus learned to play the drums.
No,
Not quite my tempo.
that's funny.
Downbeat on 18. You're rushing.
I still gotta see this movie, man.
What is it?
Drum
Starring John Cousteau, Merlin, Marie Goblin, Eric Fishmonger, Atlanta, Django West, He Drones, War Machine,
yeah.
People.
Crap. I thought the same thing.
Come on, we had to.
Okay.
Andrews.
That is
Patrick
true.
Wilson yelling.
Yeah. On lefties.
Yeah,
He's always yelling, dude.
That many times?
Dude, that was like the biggest memory of Aquaman.
Legend has it that one day a new king will come.
That's
Yeah, those shocking explosions.
That was good though.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the one when they was at the this.
Damn, dude. That's that horror part that one is good at.
The water.
Wow, throwback to that Adam
I know
Sandler
people
movie.
think this is similar to another comic book movie where two ideologically opposed family members clash over the kingship of a hidden high-tech civilization. But hear me out. This one is underwater.
Water.
You didn't hear me out.
I mean, that's true. That is true. So-
My name is Peter Porker, and for 22 years, I've been the incredible Spider-Ham. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Okay.
This episode is sponsored
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Like, so I know they were poking fun at it about the
Yeah.
location thing, but
Yeah.
honestly, I thought that was one of the best parts. Like, water is encompassing.
Right. Right. They even included the place that dried up.
Yep.
Right. You know, the kingdom of the
The
desert.
Kingdom of the Desert.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I love that. I love the fact that they showed Aquaman in so many different locations to prove, like, yeah, he's strong underwater.
Right.
But he's as equally a challenge above ground.
That's
Like,
That's right.
struggling with their wigs.
Right.
I legit thought that was like her real hair, like
Okay.
to get that color, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't look like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think the wigs were that bad, actually. But I just thought it was just kind of funny the way they said that. So, any other thing that I thought that, yeah, Patrick Wilson yell it.
Man, yeah, rise Atlanta!
It's like that dude was always doing that one leg up type
right.
deal. But it was like something I kind of thought about after the first viewing watching that movie was, I think that's him supposed to be kind of like dolphin cry, I would say.
Okay. Oh,
Like
okay.
like some kind of like
yes.
banshee dolphin type of thing, like
Yeah.
like that they communicate through vibration, right?
Right.
Vibrations underwater.
Yeah.
So my assumption was that was just kind of like the same way like a rooster, like you're king of the ocean and shit, and that's how, or like, you know, Simba and shit.
Who's in better?
Simba from the Lion King.
Oh,
Like Simba.
I know Simba.
Huh?
I know Simba, but I don't know Simba.
Is it Simba or Simba?
Simba.
Oh, Simba.
Okay. I'm like, maybe this is the version I didn't see.
Damn, I've always been calling him Simba. This
No,
whole
Simba.
time. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Kimba, the white one.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. Oh shit, that is Simba. Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's like him, like fucking, or Mufasa, like calling out. So
Right.
it was just kind of funny watching that. Like, it was just interesting. The story, like, they made a comment about the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah.
I didn't think the story was actually that complicated.
No, I didn't. No, yeah, it was easily able to
Right.
follow, man. You know the best part of that movie is like there's two things going on. You got Aquaman and you got his you know, the superhero stuff. But that Atlantis shit, man, that's the history. Like it's fucking history lesson. Like really, so because I studied about Atlantis. Like I delved into it and I went to see the movie and I'm just watching the background and I'm like, yo, that shit.
So they definitely did their homework.
They did their fucking homework. The only thing that was different is that they said it was a trident that sunk the shit. But in the history, they was using some type of crystal to bring energy that was like kind of like a free energy Tesla thing. They got too much.
Yeah.
So
almost the same thing then. Yeah.
Exactly.
They were trying to do some renewable energy.
That's right.
That's something.
And they got greedy for it, and Egypt was a colony. That's what they didn't say Egypt in that, but the Kingdom of the Desert is Egypt. They didn't say it, but that's Egypt. The gear, the uniforms that the Egyptians wear had gills and shit on it. People think, well, why it was a desert, but it wasn't a desert at that time. When Egypt was rocking, that shit was fucking lush valley and water everywhere.
I thought it was the rains of what's that pitbull song? The rains of Africa.
Oh yeah, no, right.
So that actually kind of made more sense then, right? The rains of is it Savannah? They were in Savannah, right?
That's right.
So that makes Sahara. The Sahara. Yeah. I cast the rains down in Africa.
Okay, I guess
So that would make more sense because at one point in time it was.
It was the Sahara. Man, I went to Egypt. I went to Sahara, man, and it's the pyramids right there. All that shit was water. All of it.
That's crazy.
So the fact that they went there and they was like they did. I was like, they're gonna say Egypt. They're gonna name drop Egypt. They didn't name drop Egypt.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
But the history was on point. The Bermuda Triangle, where the shit, you know, they say the planes and shit fly over that. That shit. That's where the crystal is at. And it's still active. It hasn't turned off. It's just they're fucked up underwater, so people can't go around there. Fucked.
So wait, Atlantis, the kingdom of Atlantis, is in the Bermuda Triangle.
That's like New York. That was the center of everything. Yeah.
So there's actually a crystal still.
It's
down
still
there.
down. It's still active, and that shit is you can't go around.
Aquaman too. Yeah.
And they know all that shit because they put it all in the thing. I was like, yo, this really is a history lesson. And that shit was like, if we go to the time period, like it was Adlan. The queen was named Atlanta, right? So Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, those are called the Atlantis Islands. They're like the mountain peaks of what was there.
So that's why. I get it. Okay. So that's why Rihanna was on that Pitbull soundtrack.
Yes. That's right. They know what's up.
Pitbull. But then what?
That's why I all got dreads too. Cause that's man.
Wait, that's why what?
That's why I got like. Oh fuck. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis, when Jason Momoa had the dread.
Yeah.
He was from what's the name of his? Satita. Satita was the name of his home world in Stargate.
So that's why they have dreads.
Everybody. Actually, Jason Momoa, when that scene when they was fighting the Wraith in Stargate Atlantis, he had his dreads. Everybody looked like Jamaicans. Except for Jason Momoa. He was the only one that was good, but
so that's why Nicole Kidman had dreadlocks.
That's right.
Okay. So Mara should have dreadlocks next.
Yes.
In the net. Speaking of which,
red dreads.
Speaking of which, do you think what's her name? Oh fuck, I can't remember her name now. Whoever played Mira.
Nicole.
No. Mira.
Oh fuck, I don't think.
Amber Heard.
Oh, okay, that's right.
You think she should come back for this?
Fuck yeah, she's good. You don't.
Because
So
while all this was going down, before Aquaman 2 came out, Aquaman 1 came out, she divorced Johnny Depp, right?
No, I did not know that.
So the whole deal was she divorced Johnny Depp, and she actually put him up on fucking domestic violence charges. And so that's in some sense what was starting to tank Johnny Depp's career, because he was in Fantastic Beasts too.
That's right.
It didn't perform very well for many reasons, but one of the big reasons was people were like, we're not feeling Johnny Depp anymore
because he beat his wife up.
Beat the shit out of his wife. But come to find out, like last week, Johnny Depp was staying real quiet on all this shit, and he just fucking dropped the book of counterattacks and proof and evidence that she made all that shit up. And and in fact, she was beating the shit out of him.
Really?
So there's actually photos of him with a fucking cut off finger when she tossed the bottle at his ass and missing a finger and shit. And on top of that,
they stitched that shit back on or something? Fuck.
And on top, and then like because they started putting together like times where she was saying he beat me and she had a bruise, but she wouldn't give the metadata from the phone. Next fucking day at a premiere, it's like, where's your bruise? But there are other times where you would see Johnny Depp with like bruises on his face and shit at the premieres. And then when he released this evidence, the timeline matches and shit. And there were times when Amber Heard was like screaming like, help, he's coming after me. And that motherfucker was in a whole nother room. The bodyguards were like, what? Like that. So it's like this big ass evidence right now. So now people are like,
fuck her, get out.
Like, should she come back for Aquaman 2? Would regular fans care? I personally think that they could recast Emily Blunt and nobody would know the difference. Like, nobody would know. That would be straight up like Thor 1 and Thor 2. You would cast Emily Blunt and you'd probably be better for it. But
she would be suitable,
right?
Put her some red hair on,
and she would look like she has aged a little bit as well. That would kind of make sense. Now she's a queen, or she could be queen. So I'd be down with that. I mean, whatever. Anyways, that's just a side thing I was going to bring up.
So that's an interesting question. So here's my question: how relevant is the actor's life to being in the, you know what I mean? Like, if she beats Johnny Depp, but she plays the part well, does it matter? Or do people, I mean, people care, obviously, but like...
It depends on the level of, two things, the level of popularity and the level of the crime. That's the thing. If you get, unlike Japan, if you get caught with cocaine, that might even fucking advance your career. Like Bruno Mars and shit. Right?
You put that pinky finger to the
right. We know what's up. But like, if you like do some hate crime, I think for the most part, hate crime being overly sexist or some hashtag Me Too type shit, that's career suicide. But almost anything else, drugs, partying, whatever, nobody really cares so much like that. So
domestic violence is also in...
That's a big one. But when it's
vice versa,
or a woman beating up a man, it doesn't have that same sort of like feeling. But I think Johnny Depp was so popular that people love to see their stars fall from grace. So that was the excuse people were waiting for to like bring him down a notch, because that dude was like he was untouchable for the longest time. So that was like, people were waiting for some shit, just like Michael Jackson, just like Mel Gibson. Some people were untouchable until that shit, like that stuff happened. Bill Cosby, and Roseanne Barr, all that shit, man. So James Gunn, but luckily he's back now, so that's good.
Robert Downey Jr. He was like, I thought his career was done, and he came back as Iron Man and just everything.
There's the big difference though. The big difference is the fact that Robert Downey Jr. was popular, but he wasn't like the untouchable one. He was liked by more of a smaller audience. He wasn't liked by a multi-million-dollar audience like that. So I thought he was done, but he just had personal demons to deal with. He got that shit under control, and he played Iron Man, and people were like, "Oh shit!" And that actually kind of worked in his favor, given Tony Stark also has a drinking problem. Even in a bottle. So, anyways, that is it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Should Amber Heard come back for Aquaman 2? Do you guys even give a shit about any of this? If they swap her out, I think the movie would probably be better for it. Honestly speaking, she was okay, but she wasn't like irreplaceable. And I would love to see Emily Blunt come in for the role. And I do think there does need to be some form of justification for people making up those false
trust that. Because, man, my brother, his wife, his ex-wife, she did that shit. Like, she would say, he beat me up, and he brought his recorder because he had a son. He went to go get his son. He had the recorder on him, and she was like, don't touch me. She said, I'm not even near you. I'm not even near you. What are you talking about? So he took it in court. Of course, it was thrown out, but she would pinch herself, take pictures of it, and go put them on Facebook, and he's like, I wasn't even there.
That's what I'm saying. That's like
fucked his life up in a sense, you know.
Men and women. I mean, you got like technology is so cheap at this point now. Like all you got to do is just hit record, put that shit right there, man. Like you just don't know who be trying to fuck with you. Like I've had that shit happen. I've been accused of that shit in Japan. On top of that, like, and that shit is infuriating. Being the black foreigner, like, did you touch this woman? I'm like, only when she wanted it. Like, it's like, fuck, man. Bye.